ANC Secretary-General Ace Magashule says he will approach the courts to clear his name. He says this will expose those spreading false stories about him. The SG was responding to damning allegations against him made in a book by investigative journalist Peter Louis Meiberg. He was speaking to ENCA's Samkele Maseko.
We have not denied anything because we have nothing to hide. We are not crooks. I've not actually taken a cent from anybody. But the public must judge me, and they must judge the writer of the book and whoever his sources are. Because some of the sources quoted there is false, fabricated stories.
So Thabo Manyoni is lying, in your point of view?
A non-factor.
The former treasurer of the Free State,
yeah.
Former MEC. He's testifying tomorrow at the State Capital Commission of Inquiry. He's made some explosive allegations against you and your persona.
What is explosive? There's nothing explosive there, because I've not done anything with Mkolisi Dukwana. You will know more about him with time.
Just say a little bit. What do you
know about him?
You will know
about Mkolisi Dukwana with time in a court of law. When I say a court of law, I am going to a court of law. And I want people to appear before a court of law. And they must come out very clear, because there's a difference between a commission and a court of law.
Have you read this book?
I've read that those stories. It's just nonsense.
Why didn't you answer to Peter Louis Meiberg's 60 questions that were sent to you?
When did he send me 60 questions?
He said he sent you 60 questions when he was in the process of compiling and publishing his book.
Where did he send those 60 questions to?
So is he lying?
He's a blatant liar.
Magashule claims there's a plot to remove him from the ANC. He's questioning the timing of recent allegations made against him.
After 25 years, you come to me and say, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the eve of elections. Timed. Deal with him. Deal with the ANC. Make sure that they take him out of the ANC. Nobody will do that to me.
They want to take you out of the ANC?
Yes, there is a well-calculated plan.
When? At the National General Council?
Let's leave it. No, I'm not worried, because I know I'm one of the leaders elected by branches and structures of the African National Congress, like many others. And the attack is not only on me.
Meanwhile, investigative journalist and author Peter Louis Meiberg says it's not surprising that Magashule is denying allegations against him. Meiberg's book contains damning allegations against Magashule during his tenure as ANC provincial chairperson and premier of the Free State.
We should be aware of the fact that Mr. Magashule will try and deflect some of these issues. It does not reflect well on him that he, by all indications, were taking colleagues in the province to the Guptas to enable their state capture ploys that they were laying out in the province back then. So in my book, for instance, I indicate how Manyoni, by all indications, was to be promoted to the Premier of the Free State, whilst Mr. Magashule was to be absorbed into Mr. Zuma's national cabinet. I want to focus on those issues, and I would really see opportunity for them to be further unpacked, like the Zondo Commission will do tomorrow. Mr. Magashule, it is very much expected from him to now try and deflect and shift the blame with regards to his close ties with the Guptas, especially with the background of the horrific misappropriation of taxpayers' money in the province under his watch by the Gupta family. The Free Dairy project is one of the first and foremost issues that comes to mind in that regard.
Bosasa boss Gavin Watson may be in hiding, but he hasn't escaped an investigation into alleged dodgy dealings at his company. So says Police Minister Bheki Cele. Former Bosasa heavyweights Angelo Agrizzi and Andres van Tonder have taken the fall. They are currently out on bail following their arrest in connection with alleged corruption. But Watson has been eluding the police. His days are now seemingly numbered. Gavin Watson explains.
He's known to take extra care to ensure his hands are kept clean.
6, 7,
And when the Special Investigating Unit threatened to expose Bosasa's dealings, Gavin Watson allegedly ordered his staff to protect him.
I was instructed to make sure that all data, documents on the servers and selected employees' desktops and laptop PCs must be deleted.
Even when doing favors, Watson apparently made sure there's nothing to directly link him or politicians.
The instruction was always, and even to Mr. Agrici, who will rent a vehicle in your name, they must not be able to link it to the daughter or to the ministers.
Now Police Minister Becky Cele says police are on Watson's trail.
The investigation forever continues, but we never come and pronounce on investigation, who are we investigating, how far have we gone that. You wait, watch the space until you finalize that.
For now, it appears almost impossible to track him down.
Is he in PE? He's here at PE, but he's not yet now. Thank you.
But it's only a matter of time before he's called to answer to the allegations against him. The State Capture Commission could subpoena him. That's if the police don't arrest him first. Gavin Watson, Johannesburg.
NPA boss Shamila Batoyi has reinstated Willie Hoffmeyer as head of the Assets for Future unit. Hoffmeyer was controversially removed from his position by former prosecution's head, Sean Abrahams, in 2015. His sidelining fueled speculation the move was politically motivated. ENCA's Moloto reports.
Winds of change are blowing at the NPA.
Today, your NDPP stands with you. And together, we stand for justice.
Hardly 3 months in office, Shamila Batoyi is introducing noticeable changes. In fact, she's reintroducing some people former NPA boss Sean Abrahams sidelined. Willie Hoffmeyer is top of the list. He's now back in charge of the Asset Forfeiture unit.
The NDPP clearly has full power over asset forfeiture decisions because they not.
He was seen as fierce and independent in that role, which raised suspicions when Abrahams removed him. It all forms part of Batoyi's plan to clean up the NPA. A promise she made since day one.
We in the National Prosecuting Authority have important work to do, which includes devoting our efforts to holding accountable those who have corrupted our institutions, who have betrayed the public good and the values of our Constitution for private gain, especially those in the most privileged positions of government and corporate power.
Hoffmeyer's reinstatement isn't the only recent big change at the NPA. It comes shortly after the proclamation of a new investigating directorate. It will prioritize, among other things, serious, high-profile or complex corruption cases, including matters arising from commissions and inquiries.
Who would receive cash?
Moloto, Johannesburg.
It's very simple.
Coming up, South African music legend Hugh Masekela would have celebrated his 80th birthday on Thursday. Google has honored him with his very own doodle.